anxiety ridden, panic attacks on the daily, drinking more than I should have, eating out, starving myself, binging, you name it, I had done it. Yo-yo dieter at its finest. And I knew deep down in my belly that's not really what I wanted to be doing or how I wanted to feel or act or be out of control of my body during those times. But I didn't know how to do anything different. I didn't know how bad I needed this opportunity. My name is Jillian Kaiser, and I'm a Star Diamond coach with Beachbody. And I couldn't be more excited to be able to share my story with you today and hope that it gives you inspiration and motivates you and inspires you to know that, yes, you can do the same. Prior to becoming a coach, I worked as a nurse in many different fields, but primarily in the GI world and also wound care. Working 12-hour shifts on the floor, bedside care, working pre and post-op, getting patients ready. And I enjoyed what I do. I love to help people. But I just knew that there was a fire burning deep inside my belly for a long time that I felt like I was supposed to be doing more or something different. And I just didn't know how to get there. I was the typical perfect yo-yo dieter at its finest, like I mentioned before. And I could very easily lose that 10 pounds and get ready for a bikini to go on vacation just to gain it back on vacation and then never lose it again. So I went back and forth with that. And I started restricting myself, and I would work out more and eat less. And I just wanted off the hamster wheel of what that was. So I really do enjoy helping people. It's just like part of who I am. It's ingrained in me. That's obviously why I became a nurse. And so that's a little bit about my background and where I came. I loved to work out. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that I love to work out, but I love the way that fitness made me feel. I loved the way I felt when it was done. So don't get it twisted. But I knew that when I did certain workouts and when I came alive, which is also part of my story here, is that if somebody would have asked me, like, what do you want to really do? And I'm like, I would love to do aerobics and get paid to do it. But we all know that as an aerobics instructor or even as a group fitness instructor, we don't do it because we make a lot of money. We do it because we love it. So I decided to step outside my shell and take a Turbo Kick certification class with no intent to ever actually teach it, mind you. But I did it, and I was introduced to my coach, who then introduced me to this opportunity. I didn't know that this was the thing that I was looking for. I would wake up and be like, just something fall in my lap, right? I just was hoping that this silver, golden, shiny egg was going to fall in my lap, and it was just going to completely change my life. Well, that kind of happened, but I had to work for it, right? So I was seeing and noticing after following this person on social media that she was basically getting paid to work out and share her story, and she was paying off debt, and she was happy, and she was all of those things. And I was like, she's doing what I want to do. And so I was like, okay, tell me how to do this. So when I initially started, I just wanted something more for my life, and I wanted a good discount. Let's be true about that. Okay? Sometimes you come into things because you want the discount. I was a coach for over a year before I actually started working my business, and I didn't realize still then that this was the opportunity that was placed in my life that was going to help me. So in the meantime, I just used it as something that I was getting a discount on. And I started and stopped many times, like you probably have in a program, where you've got a program online and you've been so excited to do it and you go all in and you make it through like the first week and then you fall off. So totally me too. And so then once I had done that and I was like, okay, enough is enough. This coaching thing is going to be the thing that keeps me accountable. So initially I started for the discount, and then I realized it was going to be the reason why I stopped yo-yo dieting. Yes, it was. Because I knew that if I was going to be talking about something to other people and doing it, then I needed to actually be doing it. Okay? So insert the highest level of accountability. So I decided to restart another program, Turbo Kick at home or Turbo Fire, and do a weightlifting program at home and follow it start to finish to show people that this was going to work, right? And I had to do it because I was a coach at the time. So I did just that, and I got results. I got the best results I've ever gotten in my entire life, and I was eating way more food than I ever had. I wasn't restricting myself. I was eating healthy. I thought I was eating healthy before I started with 100-calorie packs and sugar-free and fat-free, all this other crap, right, that we think is healthy, but in reality it's actually not. So I was eating way more food without restriction, and I was working out less than I ever had in my entire life. So it's just been insane. And so then I started those programs, I finished those, people started to come along the way with me on my journey, and to see, like, if you knew me before, you knew that anxiety-ridden, stressed out, high energy, stressful person, right? If you knew me before, you knew that's how I was. So when people started seeing me happier, and not to mention I looked good, right? I lost about 12 pounds and 17 and a half inches, 10% body fat. And I was finally feeling better and excited about life, and like I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, and people were coming to me and asking me, and I started to work my business alongside my coach, which is a cool thing because I didn't do anything by myself in the beginning. I had no idea what it was I was doing or how to build a business, and thank goodness we have some good systems in place for that. So I'm a nurse, I'm in healthcare, I'm not in sales, I'm not in network marketing, so I didn't know what I was doing. I was starting from ground zero, right? And she helped me, held my hand, walked me along that path to be able to bring people along the journey with me. And I'll remember the first time she drove and we kicked off my business. It was the start of it, and it was insane how amazing I felt. And I realized this is the thing that I was looking for. This will be the thing that changes my life, and not only my life, but the lives of those around me. So what have I seen so far from becoming a coach? Literally, my life is completely 100% different than it was 5 years ago. And thank you, Jesus, for that, because I'm glad it's not the same as it was before. I don't want that life. I don't want to imagine what it would be had I not made the decision to start coaching and to start doing this. All nerves and scared and anxiety ridden. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but now I'm so thankful that I did, because I'm living a completely different life because of it. And a lot of those around me are doing the same as well because of this opportunity. So it's been crazy. It's been a wild ride. There's been so many things that I could tell you about, and accolades and things that I've done and places that we've been. We get to travel, and we never traveled before. When my husband is laid off, it's no longer a burden and an argument and a fight and a blow up like it is. I mean, maybe you're one of those people who doesn't argue about money with your spouse, and you guys don't have stress with your financial situation. But maybe you're not, and you're like a lot of the rest of us who that is hugely stressful in your life. And this plan B, this opportunity has made it, when those things happen, because they do sometimes just in the field that he's in, when those things happen, or when I had surgery, that I'm still able to make an income and cover the difference without him working, or when I couldn't work. It's been an amazing blessing to be able to have this opportunity. And so what excites me the most? This is going to get me emotional, but what excites me the most is seeing the person that I was before, the anxiety-ridden, stressed out, pessimistic, just really unhappy person that I was before. What excites me the most is when I see those people, and I know that things can be different from them because of this opportunity. If I just share with them, no matter how crazy they think that I am, and that this is a pyramid scheme or all these things, but just realizing that, hey, I see a piece of myself in you, and it can be different because you choose to make it different, because you choose to come alongside, because you choose to not ignore that fire that's burning deep in your belly, and that you maybe look at this as the opportunity and your way out and your way to become the person that you want to become. So that's what excites me the most. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I hope that a little piece of it resonated with you, and if it did, share what it was that you connected most with, and I hope that at some point I see you on our team.